Once upon a time, in the lush and vibrant kingdom of Eldoria, there lived a young prince named Kiran. He was handsome, adventurous, and full of dreams, but he was also headstrong and prone to ignore the wisdom of those around him. His parents, King Arin and Queen Lyra, were well-respected rulers who had always guided Kiran with love and care. However, the prince had grown weary of their traditional views, especially when it comes to marriage. Why? Why must I settle for a maiden from our village? Kiran often lamented. There are countless tales of extraordinary women beyond our borders. I shall seek a bride worthy of my adventures. Despite their protest, Kiran set off on a quest to find the most enchanting woman the world had to offer. He traveled far and wide, through dense forests and over soaring mountains, across raging rivers and desolate plains. He encountered many remarkable beings, a beautiful sorceress, a wise healer, and even a fierce warrior maiden. But none satisfied his idea of extraordinary beauty. Days turned into weeks, and just as Kiran began to lose hope, he stumbled upon an ancient oracle who resided in a mystical cave. The oracle, an ethereal figure with silver hair and a voice like the rustling of leaves, gazed at Kiran with piercing eyes. Prince Kiran, she said, I sense your heart's desire. Seek you the mythical lady Seraphina, a maiden of unmatched beauty and grace, set to dwell in the enchanted forest of Lycia. With renewed determination, Kiran thanked the oracle and made his way towards Lycia. The forest was alive with vibrant colors and sounds. Trees towered like giants, their leaves whispering secrets. After a long and arduous search, he finally came upon a glade where the sunlight danced upon a shimmering pool of water. As Kiran approached the pool, he saw her, Lady Seraphina. She appeared as though she had stepped from the pages of a fairy tale, her long flowing hair shimmering like strands of gold, and her skin glimmering with an otherworldly glow. But it was her eyes, deep pool of emerald green, that captivated him most. Who are you, noble prince? She asked, her voice melodic and enchanting. I am Kiran, son of King Arin and Queen Lyra. I have traveled far and wide to find a bride, and you are the one I seek, he declared, his heart racing. Lady Seraphina smiled, her beauty dazzling Kiran further. I am honored, but know this, my heart is bound by a curse. If you wish to marry me, you must accept my true form. Intrigued, Kiran pressed her to reveal more. What do you mean? With a wave of her hand, the air shimmered, and in an instant, her human form transformed. Where once stood a breathtaking maiden, now lay a majestic serpent, scales glistening in hues of emerald and gold, her eyes still captivating. Kiran stumbled back, shock washing over him. You are a snake? Yes, she replied, her voice now more hiss than song. But do not let appearance deceive you. My heart remains true, and I have powers beyond your wildest dream. Will you still accept me? Overwhelmed by her enchanting presence, Kiran's thoughts raced. Though he had envisioned a beautiful maiden, something in Seraphina's demeanor pulled at his heart. Ignoring the warnings that echoed in his mind, he chose passion over prudence. Yes, he declared almost defiantly, I will marry you. With that, the curse was lifted, and Lady Seraphina transformed back into her human form, radiant as ever. They returned to Eldoria, where the kingdom buzzed with excitement at the prince's unexpected betrothal. Yet, whispers filled the air, warnings that Kiran dismissed. Only love matters, he told himself, his heart blind to the rumors of caution. The royal wedding was a grand affair, with lavish decoration and jubilant festivities. Kiran and Sarafina engaged vows beneath the blooming cherry blossom, their fragrance filling the air. The kingdom rejoiced, and yet Kiran's parents remained concerned, unable to shake the feeling that something was amiss. As weeks passed, Kiran grew more enamored with Sarafina. However, he soon noticed peculiarities: the way she slithered gracefully through rooms, the strange glimmer in her eyes during moonlight night, and the cryptic words she often spoke about: power of the earth and ancient secrets. One moonlight night, they sat together under a starlit sky. Kiran asked, "What do you mean by your power?" Sarafina smiled knowingly. "I can grant you greatness beyond your imagination. You have but to trust me." Kiran felt a thrill of excitement, but also a twinge of doubt. "What do you ask in return?" "Only your loyalty, dear prince. In return, I will bestow upon you the strength to rule wisely and justly." Though he was intrigued, Kiran recalled the tales of power often leading to ruin. Still, the temptation lingered. As days turned into months, Sarafina revealed snippets of her wisdom, urging Kiran to make decisions that favored strength over compassion. In council meetings, Kiran's decision began to reflect a darker tone. He dismissed the counsel of his advisors, choosing instead to follow Sarafina's advice, which led to policies that alienated the people. The kingdom's once vibrant spirit began to wane as Kiran's thirst for power overshadowed his love for his subjects. His parents watched in despair as the prince grew more distant, the kind-hearted boy they once knew fading beneath the weight of ambition. They decided to confront Kiran, fearing the consequences of his choices. "Son," King Aaron said gently one evening, "we worry for you. Your decisions do not reflect the values of our kingdom. This path is fraught with peril." Kiran, blinded by his desires and Sarafina's influence, dismissed their concerns. "You do not understand. I am destined for greatness." In the depths of the palace, Sarafina listened intently, her eyes glittering with an unspoken secret. She knew that the more Kiran sought power, the more he would be drawn into darkness. One fateful night, during a lunar eclipse, Kiran, entranced by Sarafina's promises, sought to solidify his power. He approached her with determination. "I am ready to take the next step. Then join me, and together we shall command the forces of nature itself," she whispered, her voice sultry and compelling. Kiran, consumed by ambition, agreed to partake in an ancient ritual that would bind his soul to Sarafina's power. However, unknown to him, this bond would come with a dreadful cost. As the ritual unfolded, the air thickened with magic, swirling around them. Kiran felt an overwhelming surge of energy, a tide of strength that coursed through his veins. Yet, as the final words were spoken, the room darkened and a deep chill enveloped him. In that moment, he felt something shift within him, a piece of his humanity slipping away. Panic gripped him as he realized the truth. In seeking power, he had unwittingly sacrificed his essence, binding himself to Sarafina not as a partner, but as a pawn. As dawn broke, Kiran awoke, disoriented and fearful. He rushed to find Sarafina, only to discover her in her serpent form, coiling around the throne with a wicked smile. "Welcome to your new life, dear prince," she hissed, her voice dripping with triumph. "You are now mine to command." Realization hit Kiran like a thunderclap. The beautiful woman he had desired was a serpent in disguise, and his folly, he had traded love for ambition. With newfound clarity, Kiran fought against the darkness within him. No, I will not be a puppet. The struggle was fierce, a battle of wills that raged within him. Drawing upon the love he once had for his kingdom and the wisdom imparted by his parents, he summoned the strength to break free from Seraphina's grasp. In a burst of light, Kiran rejected the bond, severing the connection that tied him to the serpent. The power he had sought twisted and fled, leaving only a hollow ache. Seraphina recoiled, her form flickering as her corpse began to weaken. You cannot escape your fate, Kiran. You are bound to me. No, he shouted, channeling the love he had forsaken. I choose my own destiny. With a final, resounding cry, Kiran cast aside the darkness, and Seraphina's form disintegrated into a shower of sparks, scattering into the air like falling stars. As the light faded, Kiran found himself standing alone in the throne room, the weight of his choices heavy on his heart. He realized the true power lay not in ambition but in love, compassion, and the bonds of family. Kiran returned to his parents, humbled and wiser. I was blind, but I see now. I have learned that true greatness comes from serving others and not ruling over them. King Arin and Queen Lyra embraced their son, relieved to have him back. Together, they worked to heal the kingdom, restoring harmony and goodwill. In time, Kiran grew into a beloved ruler, one who understood the value of humanity and compassion. He sought a true partner, someone who shared his vision for the future, a maiden from their village who embodied kindness and strength. And that is it on this episode of African Folktales with Chisom. And I am so pleased to announce to you guys that we are working on weekly giveaways on this channel for our active subscribers. No matter how little it may seem to you guys from the start, even as we will eventually increase the giveaways as our community begins to expand. The idea is to create a real community and family where we can relate and share ideas that will be beneficiary to us all and also entertaining. So do not forget to subscribe to this channel, people of God, and until next time, stay safe.